Hi guys, Alec Peirce at the ranch. Here I am back at my famous windmill. If you've been following my windmill series, I guess it's a series. How many is this now, Kevin? Must be 6, 7, 8. About my famous Beatty pumper windmill that I've had for a very long time. More than half of my life, which is quite a bit. And whole windmill, beautiful big tower, all restored completely, and 100% Beatty Brothers. Oh, look at here. Beatty Brothers Limited, Fergus, Ontario, Canada. Anyway, their windmills were famous, and they had a lot of really interesting innovations. Some on the windmill itself, some down here on the pump. You saw the water coming out of the pump. I can flip this lever like that, and instead of coming out the pump, it goes underground where it doesn't freeze. It goes underground to the barn. It's pretty neat. They weren't stupid way back then. Now, interesting enough, to get water out of this windmill, there's a variety of ways to do that, and you need to appreciate that this whole thing was made for farmers to feed their cattle. So let's assume for just a moment that there's a water trough right over here. It's over there. It's not here, and you want to get water for your cattle. Cattle drink a lot of water. 20 gallons a day, isn't it, Diana? Something like that. They drink a lot of water. You get their water over there. So what they did is they got this neat little toy. Sorry, Kevin. This neat little toy here, which is called a diverter, and this diverter hooks onto the pump, something like that, and this swings around, goes to the trough, cattle trough. Now, when the windmill spins and pumps, the water goes to the trough. Everybody's happy. Cattle are happy, farmers happy. The only time that they're not happy is when the wind doesn't blow. If the wind doesn't blow, nobody's happy. The cattle won't get water. The farmer's not happy because now he has to go out and hand pump and like that. But they have another solution. Yeah, these guys weren't stupid, these old guys. What you can do is you can get what's called a pump jack. Yeah, pump jack, that's it. I have no idea who Jack was. I have no idea where the name came from, although there are some interesting jokes that I could tell you if this wasn't a public channel about pump jacks. But anyway, that's not the point. And this is a pump jack. This is an original Beatty Pumpers. It has part numbers and names on it. Beatty Pumpers is on the other side. Pump jack. Yeah. So what's a pump jack? Well, a pump jack is a guy that you hire. His name is Jack, and he comes up. No, a pump jack is a neat device that will pump water when the wind isn't blowing. That's right. So how do you do that? Well, it's really very simple. The pump jack, as you can see, has a wheel on it, and it has 2 arms, like that. Now, when the wheel spins, guess what? The arms go up and down, just that simple. So when the wind is not blowing and you need to get water to the cattle, well, what you do, very simply, is disconnect the windmill, the fan, disconnect the handle, and then there's 2 pins in the bottom of this, and those 2 pins attach to the pump jack like so, and this comes up and clips into this rod right there. Simple little clip with a pin on it. I don't know if you can see that, Kev. Simple. So it's the same type of clip for the chain. See that? Pull the pin out, put it on one of these holes. So now this thing is connected to the windmill. And then all you have to do is turn the wheel. And you see the arms go up and down, these go up and down, pump goes up and down, water flows, cattle are happy. Simple. The only downside, of course, no wind and you're tired. The pump jack does not spin on its own. You actually have to make it spin. There are 2 ways to do that, what they did. Old tractors, let's say before 1950, maybe a little later too, but certainly before 1950, used to have a belt pulley. If you see an old tractor at a farm show somewhere, and look at the tractor, and on the left-hand side, usually on the left-hand side, you'll see a big wide wheel. And it's this wide. It's not a tall wheel. Spins around like this, but it's quite wide like this, sticking out from this side of the. What the heck is that for? That's for polishing your shoes. No. That belt pulley had a long belt. I've seen belts that are 30 feet long. It's crazy. Doesn't have to be stupid long, but 6, 7, 8, 10 feet or much longer. And the belt is quite wide. It's made of rubber, usually rubber, reinforced rubber, like tire treads, but really wide. And you put that belt around that belt drive on the tractor, and then you put the other end of the belt around this flat wheel. You following what's happening here? Yeah. And then you back the tractor up a little bit until the belt pulls reasonably snug, and you start the tractor. And you put it into belt drive and let the clutch out slowly, and the belt starts to spin, and it starts to spin this wheel, and you just sit there and have your lunch, whatever you do when you have nothing to do and the tractor's running, and da-da-ba-doo, da-doo-da-doo, and after a few minutes, oh, trough's full. Turn the tractor off and go for lunch. It's just that simple. Now, if later, this is what they used to do. Later, you could get a gas motor. You can use electric too, but they didn't. You see, we're out in the middle of a field, remember? There's no electricity. So it's usually a gas motor. We're going back a long ways. They're talking about old hit and miss motors from the 20s, 30s, and 40s. Yeah. And I had an old iron horse one time, little motor with a little Kickstarter on it. It's only about 1 horsepower. And it was used for washing machines at one time. Anyway, you get a little gas motor. You can set a gas motor down here with a pulley, and that's what this bigger wheel is for. It's a V-belt pulley on this one. So instead of a flat pulley with a nice big belt on it, this has a groove, a V groove, and you're just like ordinary V belt, same as on a fan belt, and now it still spins. Same result. Start your little motor up, let her run, up and down it goes. The beauty of that is, of course, you don't have the tractor there, you don't have to sit and wait, you can start the gas motor and I guess let it run out of gas, the water will be full. So there you go, guys, a pump jack, all completely restored, working perfectly. And I'm going to, unfortunately right now, I don't have a motor for it. I'm picking one up tomorrow. So I will have this all working, and I'm going to get Kevin to put a short video of my pump jack connected and pumping water. No wind, and I'm doing nothing, just watching. It'd be kind of neat. Pump jack for my old-fashioned windmill. Hope that was of interest to you. So I'm going to go, you get going. I'm going to pump some more water for my cattle. I don't have any cattle. Well, I have horses, and I have Kevin. Better pump faster. Bye-bye, Alec, Peirce at the ranch.